say it now. The way the kids say it is, I got triggered. You triggered me, bro. I'm ready. I'm activated. So when you're first beginning this process of trying to recognize your situation, what do you first feel whenever you get triggered? What makes you recognize and understand that I'm tripping?
Emotional intelligence.
I'm getting out of here. So what's that?
Yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say. Emotional,
back to the other episode.
Emotional intelligence. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a lot of references back to the first episode. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, okay, so for example, I'll give you an example, right? Let's see. I'm getting triggered. Somebody said I'm not good at my job. It's like, so I'm itching. I feel it. I literally feel my brain kind of shrinking. I get, you know what I'm saying, turn into a fist. So I got a second. I'm trained at this point to take a second and breathe. Be like, okay, let me think. Are you right or are you just tripping? And you know what I'm saying? That pause for me is how I'm able to regulate my my next reaction, right? Because you actually have a lot of time between when you have to respond.
Yeah.
A lot of people think you need to respond like bam. As soon as you hear something, you got to go ahead and get into it. But I've trained myself to be like, okay, hey yo, hype, you don't sound good on the mic. First of all,
You know what that is?
stop it.
You know what that is? That's called inner self-dialogue. And that's a key component to, getting over that low self-esteem phase. You have to have that
improving.
because that time,
you crazy when you talk to yourself.
that time between thinking about responding and actually responding, that's where that inner dialogue comes into play, right there in the middle.
That count to 10.
Yeah, that count to 10,
or
that
whatever, count to
or
10.
even that inhale, that
So is that like you talking to yourself? Is that like another personality? Is that I'm going through like I'm talking to my other me?
That's
Talking to
basically
yourself. You
that's
are
your
talking to yourself.
that's your emotional brain connecting and dialoguing between your
The little angel
feeling brain.
devil kind of deal.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Sorry,
a good
that's your
analogy.
emotional brain connecting with your thinking brain. So the logical side of the brain connecting with the emotional side, and they just come to some amicable resolve, and that's where
You know, you see it in cartoons where it's like one and the other, like that literally goes on all day in our life, and like it's so important to understand like people around us, who we interact with, and there's things that you cannot control. Like you're gonna interact with the wrong person, or things are gonna happen that's out of your control.
That is true.
But it's important, like if you know, hey, this is what I'm dealing with, and then knowing how to channel that, how to channel it. Like I know for low self-esteem, like even like I know you recently gone on like an exercising kind of track, or journey, and that's helped you a lot, and that's something that it's inspiring me. But even like when we talk about like where low self-esteem like stems, like letting it go, like working on a healing journey, like through journaling or through whatever. Because I mean, there's things that we can control and there's things we cannot control. Like it already happened. We can acknowledge it. Yes, it's going to trigger me, but I'm going to choose to go forward and choose to put myself out there and expose myself.
Definitely.
Like I struggled a lot with low self-esteem, and it's not intentional. Or sometimes people would say certain things and you're like, but then you have to put yourself out there and like face those fears, and then now you grow. Like here we grow.
So true. It's definitely
Here we grow
true.
again.